Hi students, good morning. Can you please confirm I'm audible or not? Online students, can anyone please confirm?
Audible.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. So before going to go to the main session, first of all, welcome to Top Tech channel, Top Tech Institute. Okay, first before going to our main content, I'm going to explain about your trainer details. Okay, first of all, your trainer name is Mr. Tirmalesh. Okay, coming to my experience. Coming to my experience, I have total 6+ years of experience in the IT. Okay, and also as of now, I have coming to the teaching experience. As of now, I have worked two institute. This is the third institute. This is my own institute. I have started my own institute. Before starting my institute, I have taught in two institutes. Okay, total I have worked in three institutes. Okay, and also I have 4 years of experience in the teaching. As of now, I have worked in the three institutes. Okay, my name is Tirumalesh. You can call Tiru or you can call Sar also. Okay, why? Because if you go to the company, everyone they are going to call with. So if you go to the company, everyone they are going to call with the name only, not going to call with the sir. Okay, why? Because if you're having manager or team lead, any one person in the company, we are going to call with the names only, not going to call with the sir, right? So that's why if you want, you can call with the Tirumalesh or you can call with the sir. Okay, and also coming to my experience, I have 6+ years of experience in the IT, and also as of now, I have worked two institute. So this is the third institute. This is my own institute. Okay, and also currently my role, I'm working as a team lead. Not a team lead, I'm working as a tech lead in the current company. Okay, so who know the technical background of the project, entire project, that person is called as a tech lead. Okay, so and also the type of the company working, like if you go to the in the market, we are having two types of companies. Okay, service based company available, service based company and product based company. Okay, so currently I'm working the like a currently I'm working the service based company. This service based company is sent to the product based company. So currently I'm working the product based company. Okay, so and also coming to my tech stack, guys. What is the tech stack I'm using? Tech stack nothing but a, so what are the technologies currently I'm using in the project? Okay, what are the technologies I'm using the project? Like I'm using Java, J2W technologies. In the J2W, we are using JDBC technology, J2SC technology. Okay, JDBC, JSP, and servlets. Okay, these are the J2W technologies. Okay, so currently I'm working on the Java and also I'm working on the Python also. Python projects also I'm working. Okay, Java, Python, J2W. In the J2W consisting of three technologies, guys. JDBC technology, JSP technology, and servlets technology. Okay, and also currently I'm working the frameworks. Currently working frameworks are Spring framework, Spring Spring Boot framework. Okay, Spring Boot. And coming to the front end technologies, I'm working on the React also, React and Angular. Okay, and also I'm working in the AWS, Linux, And also coming to the databases, I'm working MySQL database and Oracle database. As in my experience, I have worked many databases, guys. MySQL databases, Oracle database, and PGSQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB. Okay, in my experience, I have worked in these many databases. Okay, so first of all, backend technologies, Python, like a Java. I have worked on the Java, Python, J2W, Spring Boot, React, Angular, AWS. Okay, these are the backend technology. First of all, okay, in my 6+ years of experience, I have worked on the backend technologies, Java, J2W. So this is relevant to other one. Okay, coming to the our Java program, right? So I have worked on the Java, J2W, Spring Boot, and coming to the front end technologies, I have worked on the React and Angular, and also cloud technologies, AWS, Linux are the cloud technologies. Okay, and also some places I have used Azure cloud technology also. Okay, and also I have worked on the Linux also. And coming to the databases, I have worked on the MySQL database, Oracle database, PGSQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB. Okay, these are the databases I have worked. Okay, and also currently I'm working, I'm taking help from the AI tools also. Why? Because nowadays every company using the AI tools. Okay, why? Because they are giving some license. If you go to the company, so we are having the nowadays every company using GitHub Copilot, guys. Okay, every company using GitHub Copilot for writing of the code. Okay, so why? Because in the company laptops we are not able to access the other AI tools, like we are having ChatGPT, Gemini, right, Perplexity, right? So these tools we don't have the access in the company laptops. Why? Because they are restricting the access. Okay, so they are giving some access, guys, AI tools access, GitHub Copilot access. Okay, so this is relevant to the Microsoft company. Company giving the GitHub Copilot. Okay, so if you write manually code, it is going to take more time. That's why the company taking the GitHub Copilot access. Okay, they're giving access. If you want to get the access, first of all we need to raise the ticket. Okay, first of all we need to raise the ticket to the IT team. The IT team is going to install this GitHub Copilot in your system. Okay, for example, if you want to install some Notepad or Notepad plus plus or Sublime Text, if you want any install anything, first of all you need to raise the ticket in the companies. Okay, you don't have the access to install everything, guys. Why? Because the company, if for example if you are going to install some software, at the time it is going to get the, it is going to inject some vulnerabilities, some issues they are going to, some other companies is going to inject, hackers is going to inject the vulnerabilities. That's why what the company peoples are doing, first of all the employees is going to raise the request to the IT team. IT team is going to install every software. Okay, so this is about the your trainer details as of now. Okay, coming to the our Java full stack program. Okay, this Java full stack program I have divided into the 4 modules, guys. Okay, so I have divided 4 modules. In the module 1, I am going to I am going to teach the backend technologies. Okay, in the module 2, I am going to teach the front end technologies. Okay, in the module 3, I am going to teach the real time projects and real time tools. Okay, in the third module, I am going to teach the real time project and real time tools. And also in the module 4, So I'm going to integrate the AI tools, guys. Okay, so we are having the Gemini, right? We are having the Gemini, we are having the Chat GPT. Okay, we are having the Perplexity. Okay, and also we are having the cloud A. Okay, we are having the Opus, we are having the Haiku model. Okay, we are having lot of models, guys, in the AI model. These are the AI models. Okay, Gemini model available, GPT model available, Perplexity model available, cloud model available, Opus, Haiku. So like this, many models available in the market. Okay, these models we are going to integrate into the our project. Okay, so if you integrate these models to the our Spring Boot project or our Java project, so we are providing intelligence to the our existing project. Okay, if you don't provide if you don't use these models, it is a non-intelligent nature. If you want to provide the intelligent nature to our application, we are going to use the we are going to integrate these models. Okay, these are the free models available and commercial models also available, paid models also available. Okay, so like this, we're having the backend technology. In the module 1, I'm going to cover the backend technologies. In the model 2, I'm going to cover the front end technologies. We know about the backend technologies, right? So what are the backend technologies available in the market? Java based backend technologies. We are having the first of all Java. Already I have this Java, J2W, Spring Boot. So these are the backend technologies I'm going to cover. Okay, Java, J2W, Spring Boot, and microservices also. Okay, I'm going to cover the microservices architecture. Okay, and also I'm going to cover the Java 8, guys. Java 8. Okay, so Java 8 is very important, guys. Why? Because if you go to the any interviews, if you go to the any companies without Java 8, you are not able to crack the interview. Okay, that much important for the getting job in the IT. Okay, why? Because this Java 8 is change the lifestyle of the Java. Okay, before Java 1. Java 8 version, Python people is challenging, like we can write our code in the single line of the code, right? So but whenever Java 8 came into the picture, our Java people's also challenging. We also can write the our Java code in the single line. Okay, and also it is having more performance if you write the single line also. Okay, it is giving the better performance. That's why though all the people are asking Java 8 questions. Okay, Java 8 interview questions, very important. Java 8. Okay, and also we're having the J2W technologies. So if you use the only Java, if you use only Java, we can develop only standalone application. What is standalone application here? We are having the notepad, right? We are having notepad, or if you open the calculator, so calculator is the standalone application. Okay, so if you use only Java, we can develop standalone application. Okay, what is the meaning of standalone application here? A application which is running in only one machine, so that is called as a standalone application. So if you want to use the standalone application, first of all we need to download the standalone application and we need to install, then only we can use the standalone application. But we are not able to develop the web applications by using only Java. Okay, that's why Java people introduce the J2W technology. Okay, what is the J2W technology, guys? Here J2W stands for Java Enterprise Edition. Okay, J2W stands for Java Enterprise Editions. By using J2W technologies, we can develop web applications also. Okay, we know, right? Web application, we are having multiple web applications in the market, right? Like if you see, okay, Make My Trip available, Flipkart available, Spotify available, Pinterest available. Okay, we are having multiple web application. If you see the Gmail also, it is a web application. What is the meaning of web application? The application which is running in the web, that is called as a web applications. Okay, so first of all, standalone application. Okay, what is the meaning of standalone application? The application, the application which is run in only one machine, which is running in only one machine. Okay, so that is called as a standalone application. So if you want to use the standalone application, first of all, what we need to do? First of all, we need to download the application and we need to install the application. Then only we can use the standalone application. Okay, the application which is running only one machine, nothing but a computer, guys. The application which is running in only one computer or one machine, so that is called as a standalone application. So if you want to use the standalone application, we can, first of all, we need to download. Okay, first of all, what we need to do? First of all, we need to download the standalone application and we need to install. Then only we can utilize the standalone application. Otherwise, we are not able to use. Okay, and also if you use the only Java, we can develop the standalone application. Okay, by using only Java, we are not able to develop the web application. That's why Java people is develop the J2W technology. Okay, so by using J2W technologies, we can develop the web applications also. What is the meaning of web applications? The application which is running in the web, right? So if you see the sites, make my trip application available. If you want to ticket, if you want to book the ticket, right? We can book the flight, flight, flight ticket. We can book the bus ticket. We can book the train ticket. We can book anything here. Okay. So this is the web application. So here, if you open the web application, we can book flights. We can book the hotels. Okay, and also we can book the buses, trains, cabs. Okay, we can book different things here. Okay, so this and also this is running in the web, right? So if you enter makemytrip.com, so we can access in the web. Okay, for example, our website yesterday I have hosted in the online. Okay, if you enter our institute name.in, so we are going to access the web application. This is also our web application. So it is also running in the web. That is called as a web applications. Okay, and we can do the, we can enroll the courses and we can register the courses. We can do anything here. Okay, so that application also J2W, like a web application. By using J2W technologies, we have developed the, we can develop the this type of web application. Okay, by using only core Java, we can develop the web application, guys. By using only core Java, can we develop web application? We are not able to develop. We can develop only standalone application. So if you want to develop the web application like this, okay, if you want to develop the web application like this, what we need to use here? We need to use the J2W technology. Okay, J2W technologies. Okay, so if you use the J2W technologies, we need to write the duplicate code, guys. Every time we need to write the duplicate code. Okay, so for example, I want to insert the, for example, we are enrolling the courses. Okay, we are registering the courses. Okay, for example, if you go to here, I am registering the Java full stack here. Okay, whenever registering the Java full stack, okay, whenever registering the Java full stack, okay, whenever registering the Java full stack, what we need to here? What we need to here? We need to enter the form, right? Like a student full name, email, he need to enter password, confirm password. Whenever enter the create option, whenever click the create option, what it will happen? The data will be inserted into the database, right? When we click on the create option, the data will be inserted into the database. Okay, so when we insert, like if you want to develop this application, okay, if you want to insert the registration functionality, okay, at the time we need to write the 10 lines of the code whenever using the J2W technology. Okay, so I want to insert the data, I want to update the data, simply CRUD operations. Okay, CRUD operation. CRUD means create, insert the data. Okay, retrieve the data, get the data, update the data, delete the data. So if you want to perform one operation, we need to write the 10 lines of the code. Okay, how many operations we are performing here? 4 operation. 4 operation means 40 lines of the code we need to write whenever using the J2W technology. Okay, so simply how we can sync this one, like a if you want to prepare chicken, okay, if you want to prepare chicken curry or any curries, what we need to do here, we need to go to the market, right? We need to go to the market and we need to take the chicken and we need to take the some ingredients, right? And we need to make our own, right? So with our hands we need to prepare if you want to prepare the chicken. But so like a J2W, like a everything we need to do manually. How we are preparing manually J2W technology like that. Okay, so so if you use the J2W technology, we need to write everything manually. Okay, and also we need to write duplicate code. So that's why in the market framework came into the picture. So this is the technologies. Instead of technologies in the market, framework came into the picture. Spring framework. Okay, so if you use the Spring framework or Spring Boot framework, so we are performing the CRUD operation, right? Create, see nothing but a create, insert the data. Okay, or nothing but read, getting the data from the database. You nothing but update. Okay, so we are having the student Ramu available. Okay, instead of Ramu, I want to insert G space Ramu. We need to update the data, right? Already in the database there is having some Ramu. I want to update the Ramu as G Ramu. Okay, at the time we are going to update the data. Okay, and also if the Ramu is not joined our institute, at the time we are going to delete the Ramu details, right? So we can perform, if you want to perform the 4 operation, we need to write the 40 lines of the code whenever using the J2W technology. But if you use the Spring and Spring Boot, within 4 lines of, we need to write only 4 lines of the code. Okay, how we are having the, so this is everything we need to prepare manually whenever using the J2W technology. Like a Spring and Spring Boot, how it is like a Zomato Swiggy. Okay, instead of preparing manually chicken curry, just we are going to order in the Zomato Swiggy. Okay, like that it is simplifying the application development. Okay, so if you want to develop the CRUD operation project, we are going to write the 40 lines of the code for the communication of the database. If you use the Spring Boot, we can use only 4 lines. It is like a Zomato Swiggy, guys. Spring Boot, everything already Spring Boot people is taking care of everything. Okay, we are going to call insert method, update method, delete method. Okay, so like that, that's why in the market Spring Boot having the lot of demand in the market. Okay, without Spring Boot you are not able to get the job. Okay, that much important for the Spring Boot. If you want to learn the Spring Boot or Spring, what you need to do, first of all you need to learn the Java 8 J2W technologies, then only you can learn the Spring Boot framework. Okay, why? Because it is having lot of demand in the market. If you like whenever entering into the company, so how the application is development happening is, so if you like every company, every project using the Spring Boot framework only. Okay, that much demand is available in the market for the Spring Boot. If you don't learn the Spring Boot, you are not eligible for the, you are not eligible for the company. Okay, and also we're having the microservices, guys. Microservices is very important. These also, whenever developing any kind of project, we need to follow some design pattern, some architecture we need to follow. Okay, so if you want to follow that architecture, we are having the microservices architecture. Okay, I will explain with the architecture, then you can understand what is the benefits available by using microservices architecture. Okay, so like this I'm going to cover the backend technologies. Okay, and also after that I will cover the front end technology. Why I am covering first of all backend technology, guys? Why I am covering backend technology first of all? Okay, in the module 1, first module I am covering backend technology, right? So why? Because if you go to the company, first of all we need to concentrate on the backend layer. Okay, so if you see the architecture, okay, if you go to the company, we need to follow this architecture only. Okay, which architecture we need to follow? So first of all we are having the front end layer available. Okay, and also back end layer available. We are having the different kinds of layers, guys. Okay, I'm opening Excel right here. Otherwise I will open on the. Okay, so in the company, how we are going to develop the applications? Okay, first of all, we are having the front end layer. Okay, and also we are having the second layer is called as a back end layer. Okay, and we are having the third layer. Third layer is also called as a database layer. Okay, so we are having the databases. Okay, first we are having the front end layer. Okay, and we are having the back end layer and database layer. Like this, we are having the three layers, guys, in the company. Whenever developing any kind of project, we need to follow these layers. Then we can develop our applications easily. Okay, so first of all, we are having the front end layer. So this is called as a front end layer. Okay, so and also we're having the back end layer. Okay, and also we're having the database. Okay, for every application, the database is required. Okay, so what we need, guys, whenever developing the application, so first of all, we need to develop the backend layer. In the backend layer, what are the technologies we are going to use here? In the backend layer, we are going to use these things. Okay, Java, Java 8, J2W technologies, Spring Boot, and microservices. Okay, these are the technologies we need to use for the development of backend technologies. Okay, after developing the backend technologies, we need to concentrate on the front end layer development. Okay, so first we need to come from back to front, guys. We need to come from back to front. Okay, so this is the database. Okay, this is the database. Okay, first of all, we need to develop the backend layer. After developing the backend layer, we can develop the front end layer. If you want to develop the front end layer, what are the technologies we are going to use? In the module 1, I'm going to cover module 2, I'm going to cover the front end technology. Okay, so for the front end layer development purpose, we are going to use the Angular or React. Okay, if you want to learn the Angular and React, so we are having basic technologies, guys. HTML available, CSS available, okay, JavaScript available, and Bootstrap available. Okay, if you learn these basic technologies, then only we can use the React and Angular. Okay, how we are having the lot of demand in the market for the Spring Boot, so we are having lot of demand for the React and Angular. Okay, whenever developing the front end layer of the application, we can use the React and Angular as a front end. Okay, whenever going to the company, in the company, so everywhere we are going to use the React or Angular. We can use anyone. Okay, so why? Because React is developed by Facebook company. Facebook company is giving more support for the React. Okay, and also Angular is available. Angular is developed by Google company. Google company is giving more support for the Angular here. Whenever getting any issue, within seconds they are going to fix the issues. Okay, so that's why React and Angular having lot of demand in the market. Okay, if you want to learn the React and Angular, so first of all, we need to concentrate on the basic technologies. Okay, these are the pillars. Whenever constructing the building, how we are having the pillars, right? So if those pillars is called as a HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap for the React and Angular. Okay, and also see here, first we need to concentrate on the backend technologies. Okay, if you see the architecture also, whenever developing any kind of application, first we need to develop the backend layer, then only we can develop the front end layer. From the backend layer, we are going to give the response. Okay, we are going to give the output to the front end layer. Those output we are going to integrate into the front end layer. Okay, output nothing but a data, like a customer data, student data. Okay, customer data or student data, books data. Okay, all the things we are going to get from the backend. Okay, from if you want the backend also, the data available, all the data available in the database. Okay, first of all we are going to send the request from the front end layer. Okay, from the front end layer the request will go to the backend layer. From the backend layer the request will go to the database. Request nothing but input, guys, here. Okay, first of all, if you open the Flipkart application, okay, if you open the Flipkart application, okay, if we click something here, okay, for example, I want to purchase the mobiles, what we need to, so I'm going to click like this. Okay, the request will go to the backend layer. Okay, the request will go to the backend layer. How the data we are getting here, this like a 14,999, 16,999, 12,999. How we are getting the data from? First of all, when we click like this, okay, so we are having the user interface. This is the user interface. Okay, that user interface is front end layer. Okay, this is interface called as a front end layer. Okay, when we click like this, the request will go to the back end layer. Request nothing but input, guys. Okay, so input, it will go to the back end layer. We can call as a request or input. For understanding purpose, I am telling input. Okay, request will go to the backend layer. Okay, from the backend layer, the request will go to the database. Okay, so we can call as a request or input. Okay, so from the backend layer, the request will go to the database. Okay, in the database, we are having the data, right? So like a customer data available, employee data available, address data available, books data available. Okay, teachers data available, batch data available. Okay, we are having different kinds of data in the database. Okay, so currently we are performing the like a mobiles operation, right? Mobile data available in the database. Okay, when we click like this, okay, when we click the mobile, from the database we are getting the data. This is the data. Okay, how much cost is available for the this mobile. Okay, so we are having the Oppo mobile. This data we are going to fetch from the database. Okay, and it is showing in the UI page. Okay, the request, first of all, the request will go to the backend layer. From the backend layer, the request will go to the database. Request nothing but input. Okay, after that we are able to see the data, right? We are able to see the prices and description. Okay, from where it is getting? From the database. Okay, from the database it is will get the backend layer. Okay, from the backend layer the details we are going to get the front end. Okay, finally we are sending the request like this. Final response, what we are getting? Final response nothing but output. Okay, so this is the mobile description we are getting. Okay, the request, whenever sending the input, when we are clicking like this. Okay, this is the input we are passing. When we send the input like that, we are getting the output in this format, right? This format is called as a output, guys. Okay, this format is also called as a output. Okay, we are sending some request. The request will go to the backend layer. From the backend layer, the request will go to the database. Okay, from the database, there is having the description about the mobile. Okay, so finally we are getting the response. Response nothing but output, guys. Okay, response nothing but output we are getting. Response or output. Okay, from the database we are getting the response like a mobile description. Okay, from the backend we are going to get the response to the front end. Okay, so like this application development happening, guys, in the real time. So first of all, we are clicking the mobile. After clicking the mobile, the request will go to the backend layer. Okay, from the backend layer, the request will go to the database. Okay, in the database there is having the mobile description, Oppo mobile description. That description we are get to get the output to the backend layer. From the backend layer, we are going to get the response to the front end layer. Like this, we are having the application development in the real time. Okay, so first of all, whenever developing the application, so we need to concentrate on the backend layer. Okay, why? Because this backend layer is getting from data from the database. Okay, so after developing the backend layer, okay, after developing the backend layer, the output we are going to show into the front end. Okay, if you want to show the like a first of all, we need to fetch the data from the backend. After that, we need to show on the front end. Okay, that's why in the company, first we need to develop the backend layer. After developing the backend layer, what is the output we are getting? That output we need to show on the front end layer. Okay, so like this, we're having the application development architecture. Okay, anyone having any doubts, guys, as of now? Online students, anyone having any doubts?
No.
Okay, so like this application development happening in the market. Okay, so that's why first of all, I'm going to cover the front end back end technologies. Okay, after developing the back end technologies, we are going to concentrate on the front end technologies. Okay, and also if you learn only the topics, okay, what are the content available in the module 1 and module 2, if you learn only content, you are not able to develop the application. Okay, if you learn only content, you are not able to develop the applications. That's why, so what are the things we have learned from the back end and front end? So those things we are going to use in the real-time projects and real-time tools. Okay, whenever developing the real-time projects, we need to remember first of all where we are going to use the which topic. Okay, just to learning is not enough, guys. If you develop some projects, then only we'll get the idea where we are going to use the which topics. Okay, in the interview also they are going to ask in the code in the Java there is having the collections topic or oops concepts. Okay, and strings available. Okay, so different topics available in the Java. So those topics where we need to use that point we need to remember. Then only we can develop the application. Otherwise, we are not able to develop the application. Just we are learning theory only. Okay, here I am going to cover like a 90% of the practical, 10% theory only. Okay, why? Because if you go to the company every day we are going to write the coding. Okay, not going to write the theory. That's why we need to concentrate more on the practical. Okay, after learning that backend technologies, front end technologies, we are going to develop some real-time projects. Like I am going to cover the two mini projects here, two mini projects, one major project. Okay, two mini projects, one major project I am going to develop. Okay, and also I'm going to use the real-time tools. If you go to the company every day every minute every seconds we are going to work on the real-time tools. Okay, so if you don't learn the real-time tool in the company we are going to get the struggle. That's why my students don't want to get the struggles, so that's why I'm teaching here only. Okay, so many like 20 plus tools I'm going to teach here, guys. 20 plus tools I'm going to teach. Okay, why? Because if you go to the company every day every second we are going to work on the tools only. That's why if you learn here you are not going to trouble in the any troubles in the company. Okay, and also if you learn only this front end, back end, and real time projects, nowadays we are using the tools like we are going to integrate the AI also. Okay, why? Because if you develop our application, if you want to provide the intelligence nature to our application, we need to use the some models. Okay, Gemini models available. Okay, Gemini company, like a Google company giving the Gemini models. Okay, we are having the chat gpt, right? Chat gpt giving the gpt models. Okay, we are having the perplexity is also giving some models. Okay, we are having the cloud available, opus available, hike available. Okay, but these tools, like these models we can integrate after developing the applications. Okay, and also we are having the GitHub Copilot, guys. We are having the GitHub Copilot. Okay, we're having the GitHub Copilot. So this is very very important, guys. GitHub Copilot. Okay, I'm like a before, like a before one, like a 1 year back. Okay, 1 year back, with we don't have the GitHub Copilot. Okay, if you want to complete our task, okay, they are giving 14 days task, guys. Okay, in the company they will give task for the 14 days. Okay, after giving 14 days of task, we are going to complete within 1 week, before 1 year. Okay, but whenever GitHub Copilot came into the picture now, whenever GitHub Copilot came into the market, from if you use the GitHub Copilot, within 1 day or 2 day, within 1 day or 2 days also we can complete our task. Okay, why? Because the coding is giving the GitHub Copilot. Okay, after getting the code from the GitHub Copilot, so we need to do the testing. Okay, we need to do the testing, our application is working as expected or not. Okay, our functionality is working as expected or not, we need to check. Okay, so if you want to check, we need to do the debugging. Okay, in the company we need to follow the debugging technique, guys. Debugging nothing but a testing of each line is working or not. Okay, testing of each line is working or not, so that is called debugging here. Okay, debugging is very very important. Without debugging you are not able to identify the issues. Okay, for example, whenever doing the payment. Okay, for example, if you are having the phone pay, right? Whenever doing the payment, at the time of the payment, so our transaction, like a our money is our money is debited, right? Our money is debited, but it is not showing, like a, for example, I'm having the 10,000 money, guys. I'm having 10,000 money. Okay, I'm transferring 2,000 money to the my friend. Okay, whenever transferring to the 2,000 money to my friend, at the time the money got deducted. Okay, money is deducted from my account, but it's showing the payment is failure. It's showing the failure status. Okay, money is like a 2,000 money is deducted from my account, it's showing the failure status. Okay, so my friend is not getting the money, but money got deducted. At the time what we need to do here, so we are having the support team or help desk team, right? So we need to give the, we need to raise the request, or we need to create the ticket. Okay, I have your 10,000 money, so I'm transferring from my account to my friend account. At the time 2,000 money is deducted, but my friend is not getting to the 2,000. Like that we need to raise the request. Okay, after giving the request, okay, after creating the incident, the help desk team is going to assign to the developer, Java developer. We are the developer, we develop the application. Okay, so at the time we need to check our application, what is the issue we are facing, and we need to identify the issue, and we need to resolve the issue. Okay, if you want to resolve the issue, debugging is very very important. Okay, debugging is very very important. Okay, so by using debugging, and also after getting the ticket, okay, we are going to get the ticket, right? Whenever getting the ticket, we need to, like we are having the log files, guys. In the future I will tell what is the log files. We need to check in the log files, we need to identify the issue. Okay, like this we're having some mechanism, guys. Okay, so this is about our content. So anyone having any details, online students? Any doubts? Do you have any doubts? Maruti, Venugopal, Charan, Thiru.
Nothing to. No, no, no.
Also, this content is who can join this course, guys? I will tell you. Okay, freshers also can do. Okay, who are the freshers? Those persons also can join this course, and also who are having career gap, right? Career gap students also career gap students also can join this course. Okay, and also who is working from non-IT background. Okay, who are working in the non-IT background, who are working in the non-IT background, that persons also. Okay, non-IT background peoples want to move to the IT background, that persons also can join this course. Okay, freshers can join this course, or career gap, we are having career gap, like a I have 3 to 4 years gap is available, or 5 years gap available, or 6 years gap available. Okay, that persons also can join this course. Okay, and also currently I'm working as a support role or telecaller in the non-IT background, so that persons also can join this course. Okay, for getting IT job. Okay, so and also I am doing other domain job, like a I'm working in the government sector. I want to move to the IT or government, like some colleges. I'm working on some colleges, right? I want to move into the IT. That persons also can go into the IT background. Okay, so this is about the who can join our course content, our course here. Okay, and also this course is developed like a sir, I am a non-IT background or B pharmacy background. Okay, I'm not a technical background, so can I learn like this? Okay, so you don't have any technical background also, I'm going to cover here basic to advanced level, guys. Okay, I'm going to cover basic to advanced level. Okay, so like a 0 to hero level. Okay, if you are a non-technical background, if you are a B pharmacy or any background, not okay, I'm going to cover who are the, like a if you are a fifth class or sixth class student also can understand what I'm teaching here. Okay, like this I'm going to cover who are having non-technical background. Okay, I'm able to deliver the content, every person can be understandable format. Okay, so this is about the, and also the mode of the course is online available, and also offline course is also available. Okay, who are going to come to the offline, that persons can come. Who are going to join in the online also can join. Okay, and also I'm going to take the mock interviews, guys. Okay, I'm going to cover the mock interviews. Okay, and also I'm going to give the assessments, like a weekly assessments available. Okay, resume preparation available. Okay, so I'm going to take the mock interviews, and also I'm going to give the weekly assessments, and I will prepare the resume. Okay, if you want to get as a fresher or experience, okay, I will prepare the resume for you. And also if you want to attend the interviews, for example, I have some gap, like a 3 years of gap or 4 years of gap, so I want to switch into the company, I will prepare the resume, and I will help to create the account for the Naukri for getting more calls. Okay, then you can attend the call, like if you want to you attend the interviews, you can attend. Okay, otherwise I will help to how to get the calls, how to attend the interviews. Okay, like this we're having the course content, guys. Any doubts about the course content and course details? Online students.
No, no, no. No, bro.
No, bro.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to cover what is Java, why we are learning the Java. Okay, what is the Java, why we are
Bro,
learning
how
the
many
Java.
days you will teach?
Okay, so the duration is the duration is, it will take 4 to 5 months of the time. Okay, so it is having lot of content, guys. If you want to cover this lot of content, it will take 4 to 5 months of the time. Okay, and also in the market, lot of jobs available. For the freshers, less jobs available nowadays. For the experienced peoples, we are having many jobs. Okay, if you check in the Naukari portal, okay, as of now I'm having 6+ years of experience, right? Okay, as a, like a, for checking purpose, I kept the my resume in the Naukari. Okay, every day I'm getting 50 calls, 50 calls. Okay, so if you want like a, if you want to switch from my company to other company, I can easily switch. Why? Because we are having lot of demand for the Java. Okay, every day I'm getting 50 calls, 50 calls. Okay, so and also from which year, like a, if you're having, 3 years or 4 years of gap or 5 years of gap or 6 years of gap, you can easily switch from the other companies. Okay, so for the 3 years we are having some, for weekly we are going to get the 5 to 6 calls, guys. Okay, per day we are going to get 5 to 6, not a per day. I think per week we are going to get the 5 to 7 calls. Okay, for the 4 years of experience we are going to get the, like a, almost 10 calls per week. Okay, and like a, not it. Okay, for the 5 years we are going to get the 20 calls. For 6 years of experience, nowadays we are getting almost 50 calls. Okay, like a, I have uploaded my resume in the Naukari, like a, before Saturday. Okay, at the time, like a, from Monday onwards the calls are started. Every time getting 50 calls. Okay, based on the experience we are going to get the calls. Okay, so if you want, like if you're having more gap, like a 10, like I have 10 years of gap, you can keep 4 years also. You are going to get the 10 calls here. Okay, if you're having 5 years gap, you are going to get the 20 calls daily. Okay, based on the gap we are going to get the calls. Then we need to schedule the interviews. After scheduling the interview, we can attend the interviews easily. Okay, if we attend more interviews, we are going to get the more confidence. Okay, based on the interview we are giving, we are going to get the more confidence. Okay, for the freshers, okay, for the freshers we are not going to get the any calls. We need to apply the many platforms. Okay, we need to attend in the, we need to we need to upload our resume in the Naukari portal. Okay, LinkedIn. Okay, these are the main platforms we need to upload in this one. Like we are, like for the nowadays for the freshers we are having the less calls. Okay, so like this we are going to get the calls, guys. Do you have any more doubts, online students?
No doubts.
No, bro.
Okay, so like this we are having the online, like we are, nowadays we are getting the calls. Okay, if you want to go freshers, we are getting the less calls. If you are having 3 years of gap or 4 years or 5 years or 6 years, you are going to get the job quickly. Okay, so today that's it, guys. So thanks for joining. So tomorrow we will see the second demo. Okay, with this I'm closing the session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. Online students, if you have any doubts, you can stay. Otherwise, we will close the session. I have another demo.
Bro.
Okay, thank you guys for joining. With this I'm closing the session. Thank you.